Tua Tagovailoa, man, this is getting real. After his latest concussion against the Buffalo Bills, it's hard not to think about what's coming next for him, not just short-term, but for his whole career. 3 concussions. 3 confirmed hits to the head in just 2 years. For anyone who loves football, that's scary. You've got to ask yourself, how much more can he take? What if Tua, at just 26, starts thinking about life beyond the field? Does he step away for good? Nobody wants to hear it, but it's a conversation we can't avoid anymore. So, where does this leave the Dolphins? Well, they've made it clear that Skylar Thompson is the next man up, and sure, he's a solid backup. But what if the situation is bigger than just next week or the rest of the season? What if we're talking about Tua deciding to hang it up? The Dolphins aren't just thinking about getting by, they've got championship dreams, and if there's any doubt about Tua's future, they've got to look for answers now. Waiting isn't an option. It's time to start thinking about long-term stability at quarterback, and that could mean looking outside of the team. One name that's been floating around as a potential fit is Hendon Hooker from the Detroit Lions. If you're Mike McDaniel, you've got to be thinking, could this guy be the one? He fits the bill. Young, talented, and a 26-year-old quarterback with a lot of upside. The Lions have already committed to Jared Goff in a big way, $212 million worth of commitment. That's huge. Goff is their guy for the foreseeable future, which makes you wonder if Hooker, who was drafted in the 3rd round of 2023, might be someone they're willing to move. Let's not forget that Hooker was projected to go much higher in that draft before a torn ACL threw things off. At Tennessee, the guy was electric. He's got size, standing at 6'3" and weighing 220 pounds. He's mobile, can make plays with his legs, and is super accurate from the pocket. Exactly the kind of player that could slide into Miami's offense without missing a beat. Imagine him alongside Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, and Devon Achane. Just picture the kind of plays Mike McDaniel could scheme up with a quarterback like Hooker who thrives in a system that relies on mobility and quick decision-making. Now, you've got to wonder what's going on in Detroit's front office. Brad Holmes, their GM, has done a great job building that team with young, homegrown talent. But if Goff is the guy, and you've got a deep roster that's ready to compete for the Super Bowl, does Hooker become trade bait? If the Lions see an opportunity to use Hooker to fill other needs and make their roster even stronger, they might just be open to making a deal. And for Miami, that's the kind of opportunity you jump on. For the Dolphins, it's about more than just filling a temporary hole. Sure, Hooker could step in if Tua needs more time to recover, but what if Tua's time in the NFL is done? What if he can't come back? You've got to plan for that possibility, as tough as it is to think about. And if Hooker is available, if he's a guy you can bring in and potentially build around, that might be the move that keeps Miami in the hunt for a Super Bowl this year and beyond. What's exciting about Hooker, beyond his skill set, is the fact that he's still got room to grow. He's coming off a major injury, so there's some risk there, but if he can get back to where he was before the ACL tear, the Dolphins might have a steal on their hands. You look at what McDaniel has done with this offense, and it's clear that they're built for a quarterback who can move, who can get the ball out quickly and make plays. Hooker fits that mold. Of course, there's no guarantee that a trade will happen. These things are always up in the air, but if the Dolphins are serious about protecting their future, they need to at least consider it. Tua's health is the biggest concern, and if there's even a chance that he's thinking about walking away from the game, Miami can't afford to be caught off guard. Hooker could be the piece that keeps this team in contention, whether Tua comes back or not.